What's up, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of Jack Doesn't Have a Recording Setup, so let's just do this instead. Today we're going to be talking about my favorite movies of the years I've been alive. From 2010 to 2024. That doesn't sound right. So to mix it up a little bit, I'm giving you 2000 to 2009. But first we're going to go through 2010 to 2024. Let's get going. Starting off with 2010, we have Megamind, and I think that's a very popular choice over Despicable Me, Iron Man 2, Shrek 4. Megamind is the best because of what the message it gives out, and its hilarity, stacked cast too, and the cast actually works. That's unheard of. It's just an overall fun time that you definitely should watch. And I plan on making a full video on this topic. So if you want to hear more, you just wait. I'm giving you a slew of movies in 2024. So you better click that subscribe button, bell, like it, and you better look out because this year is gonna get wild. All right, coming up next in 2011, we have Cars 2. I'm not kidding. And I discovered this. Every time I rewatch Cars 2, I think of it if Cars 1 and Cars 3 do not exist, and I have a much better time with that. Because, and then when I watch Cars 1 or Cars 3, I forget Cars 2 exists and act like it's a sequel. So it's like, it's better that way, So it works better when I'm thinking about the movie, and that's why I think I like it so much. So Cars 2, I'm not kidding when it's my favorite Pixar movie. It's amazing, and I'm still not kidding about that. Alright, moving on to 2012. This was actually very hard because nothing good came out in 2012, I'm afraid. So I chose The Avengers, which is my favorite movie out of Phase 1, but it was still just fine for me. It was really nothing special. It's still very good. I'm not saying it's bad in any way, but, come on. You know what it is. It's not great. So that's, yeah. So, yeah, more people like it a little bit more than me, and I understand that, but I just am not the biggest fan of it, so let's move on. That's definitely the weakest out of the Avengers. I think everyone can agree that it's the weakest out of the Avengers movies. I mean, a lot of people think that Age of Ultron is the worst, but come on, we'll get to that later. 2013 was also very hard, and I picked probably, I don't even know, this might change, I have no idea, but Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs 2 was my movie of choice for 2013. I watched it with Noah, and I have a funny story about that. So, when I was in elementary school, someone had to pick me up from school, and that was Noah's mom for a little bit, and they had a TV in their car, and so he would watch the first time I ever saw it. He would put on Cloudy with the Chance of Meatballs 2, and when it started at the beginning and would skip to the part with the butter toad, and I would have no idea what's going on. He was like, this part's funny. I'd watch and just be like, is that something that happened earlier that I'm not understanding? What is that piece of paper? And now rewatching it, just like, Noah is yeah, but that's probably the best movie out of 2023 by default. There was 2013 by default. There was not a lot that really happened that was good. I mean, you got Iron Man 3. Can you think of any other movies that came out in 2013? It was not a great year. But luckily, we picked things up in 2014 with the Lego Movie, and I adore this movie. It is amazing by every single standard possible. It has a stats cast that, again, works very well. It's got Will Ferrell, which is in pretty much every good movie, So it's just amazing. It teaches a really powerful message, and I still cannot believe that its sequel still is not great. But Ninjago is still probably worse, and that is crazy. Trolls 3. I don't know why. I still have that for no reason. It's not the best movie this year. Alright, coming up next to 2015 with Age of Ultron, because this is the second best Avengers movie. It's great, man. Let's see. It's just funny. It plays off very well. I don't know. I plan on talking about this movie in a separate video. I don't know, I'm going through too fast here, but just it's amazing. Go watch it. James Spader is the best option for Ultron. I think that was a match made in heaven for him, and it works really well. So, yeah. Go watch it. It's amazing. You'll really think about it a lot more if you take into account what I'm saying. Coming up next with another MCU product, with 2016 we got Captain America: Civil War, and now this movie kind of takes on its approach a little slow. Nothing really picks up until the airport battle, or at least until Tom Holland goes on screen. So like it's a little slow, but it's the best movie out of this year because of like the plot, and it is the best Captain America movie. I'm still waiting for Captain America 4. I'm really excited for that because the first two were okay, and then this one like really picked it up. But I don't like calling this a Captain America movie because like the Avengers were also in it. I don't understand why it wasn't an Avengers movie. Maybe because they made one last. What is honking outside? There's. You guys can hear that, right? I don't. Okay, I think it stopped. Alright, coming out next, 2017. It's the Lego Batman movie. The best superhero movie. No, that's not true. The best DC movie. Zach Galifianakis Joker is the best villain of all time. I'm sorry. It's the best DC movie because it has, and again, a stacked cast. I did not understand. Yeah. Will Arnett is the best Batman by far. And we'll get back to that later, but it's amazing. Like, this movie is so good. That's S tier right there. S tier, that's peak cinema. I remember seeing that in theaters and thinking, wow, that was a funny movie. I was 7 and I was stupid. So that was really great. All right, then we got 2018. I chose Infinity War. And now this is only the second weakest Marvel Avengers movie, but it sets up Endgame. Hey, it's very powerful. I can't really think of a lot that's wrong with it right now. It's still very funny. It's still it hits you right there. And of course, it leaves it doesn't wrap it all up in one movie. It leaves way for 2019's Endgame, the best movie of that year. And yeah, I plan on doing a video about a separate years in movies because I feel like I'm not talking about a lot of good movies. So maybe I'll do a second best movie of every year. I don't know. I'm bored and waiting for something fun to happen at this house. Alright, so Endgame. I need to talk about it. It's the perfect ending, but I wish it wasn't. If Avengers 5 is really happening, jeez. So if that's happening, that's amazing. I'm gonna scoot this back a little bit. So, yeah, amazing. So, yeah. Endgame. I don't need to say more. Everyone's seen it. 2020, nothing came out that year. Candace Against the Universe, Soul, and then my pick for the best movie, Sonic the Hedgehog. And it's just Jim Carrey project. I don't know what you want me to say. It was pretty much the only movie of that year that came out. For a good reason, too. But it's very funny. Jim Carrey's the perfect Dr. Eggman. I'm not that's crazy. Saw that in theater. That was really fun. No, the voice acting works again. It's just an all-around fun time. I think everyone's seen it. It's really good. Not gonna lie, it's Sonic the Hedgehog. Ben Schwartz is an amazing Sonic. Who knew? We got 2021 with Spider-Man: No Way Home, the best Marvel movie, because of all the characters it brings back. It's amazing. What did I say? Okay, look, I was about to say 2012 might be The Amazing Spider-Man. I think that's better than The Avengers. I don't know. Honorable mention for 2012, Amazing Spider-Man. Wait, should I change it? Okay, honorable mention for 2014, Amazing Spider-Man 2. Alright, back to No Way Home. It's the best, man. Come on. What's not to like about it? I can think of a few things wrong, but it all wraps up in that beautiful ending. And I'm still waiting for that Spider-Man 4. I'm still waiting. I want to see how this concludes. Everyone else does too. I didn't I watched this with my cousins and Reed. Reed's seen 2 Marvel movies, Black Panther and now Spider-Man: No Way Home. Yeah, that was fun. So yeah, this movie is amazing. Go watch it right now. I wish I have the 4K copy, but I didn't have a lot of money when I bought it, so I just had the boring DVD version. But I'm still thankful that I had this movie to cherish. It's amazing. All right, coming next with 2022, we got Puss in Boots 2. Yeah, when I think back about 2022, I only think about this movie. I don't really Sonic 2 came out in early 2022, you know, you got Minions 2 that came out that year. DC League of Super Pets did. Anything else I can see over there? There is more. I've seen more. The Bad Guys is really good, but that was, I think, what's that 2020? When did The Bad Guys come out? Hang on, I gotta look that up. When did The Bad Guys come out? It was it was April 2022. I thought it was November for some reason. Interesting. Okay, well, yeah, I still think Puss in Boots 2 is a way better movie. Top 5 DreamWorks, to be, like, by far. It's a way better movie than the first one. And it's just, the music swell. It's an emotional roller coaster. It's amazing. It's Puss in Boots 2. Yeah. Alright, and then 2023. I have thought long and hard about which one of these is better. This was never in the running. But it was these two. It was these two right here that I had no idea which one was gonna be better. And then I finally decided which one is actually the better movie. This is really close though. I think the reason that I like the Mario movie so much is because I'm the Mario fan. I'm the one who thinks that Mario Kart 8 Deluxe is the best Nintendo game. So when I saw this on the big screen twice in a week, that this was the best because of my biased opinion. But this is our honorable mention. I shouldn't have thought it like that. But because Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse is the best. They're both 10 out of 10s, but thinking back, I would rather watch Across the Spider-Verse right now. Because it genuinely is that great of a movie. How do you even compare this to the first one, saying the first one's better? This one takes what the first movie had, which is amazing, by the way, and ramps it up by 1,000% to give us this glorious masterpiece. I have never had more fun going into a theater watching Spider-Man than this. And I've seen Spider-Man No Way Home in theaters. And I think I saw Into the Spider-Verse too. I can't remember. But this is amazing. And this deserves a video because I feel like I've only talked about it just a few times. But this is an amazing movie. From Miles struggling to be a spider guy, from like Gwen's story to Miguel's backstory, which I hope we get more in the sequel that was supposed to come out a few weeks ago. That sucked. But I'm glad it's being delayed so we can actually get a good project. This is the longest American animated movie, and I'm so glad that this is the product that took the title. This is an amazing movie. 10 out of 10. Best movie of 2023. By far. And then we go to this year, 2024. I've seen 2 movies this year, and it was no contest which one was better. I did a video on both of them. In the same video. Kung Fu Panda 4 is obviously the better movie than Megamind 2. What are you guys talking about? It's not amazing by any standards whatsoever, but it's a masterpiece compared to what they put out in Megamind 2. That is a joke movie. So, Kung Fu Panda 4 is the weakest out of the bunch by far. I mean, Kung Fu Panda 3 is the best, so, I mean, so that was a high bar to hit, you know. But, you know, the music is good. I like the ending song so much. I think I even sung it on a video. I don't want to play it, but hey, why not? Is that this one? Oh yeah, that's it. Yeah, this is it. I don't want to play this, but here you go.
Fire song, let's sing it.
What? That's...
Oh baby, baby, how was I supposed to know that something wasn't right here? Oh baby, baby, I shouldn't have let you go. And now you're out of sight, yeah. Show me how you want it to be. Tell me, baby, 'cause I need to know now.
Because my loneliness is killing me. You know, it's the best. Like, that's an amazing song. So yeah, Kung Fu Panda 4 is the greatest. And, you know, It's the best. But we're not done yet because I have 2000 to 2009 movies to say. Let's jump right into that one. Starting with 2000, that's Jim Carrey's The Grinch. Need I say more? Need I say less? Let's not move on. I need to talk about this. Undoubtedly the funniest Jim Carrey movie. It feels like he's made for The Grinch, and it's just funny, easily quotable. I quoted this movie at school, and everyone thinks I'm a nerd now, so that's good, but I don't care. It's the best. It's so good. It takes what the first animated movie had and then ramps it up by making it funny. Like, it changes up the story to where it actually works, but doesn't, like, feel crowded. This is my favorite Christmas movie by far. It is, like, it's not Jim Carrey's best work. We'll get to that later, but it is still, that's amazing. That's a good movie. 2001, we have Shrek. Best songs, man. Like, those songs are great. I think I saw those too. All-Star or I'm a Believer? Let's do All-Star. No, that's wrong.
Somebody once told me the world is gonna roll me. I ain't the sharpest tool in the shed. She was looking kinda dumb with her finger and her thumb in the shape of an L on her forehead. Well, the gears start coming and they don't stop coming. Fed to the rules and I hit the ground running. Didn't make sense not to live for fun. Your brain gets smart but your head gets dumb. So much to do, so much to see, so what's wrong with taking the back streets? You'll never know if you don't go. You'll never shine if you don't glow. Hey now, you're an all-star.
Get your game on, go play. You know, that's amazing. Do I need to say, like, this is the first ever animated feature winner, and I'm glad it came to a movie that actually deserved it. So that's amazing. It's funny. It's got a stacked cast again, so that's great, and it's just all around good. Now, 2002 was weird. This is pretty much the only movie that came to mind when I thought of 2002. I mean, Attack of the Clones was not great, but it was still a movie. And then Spider-Man. How can you not love it? It's Spider-Man. First Tobey Maguire, except it's the weakest one out of the entire franchise somehow. Somehow this movie takes the cake, and it's still a really good movie. That says something about this Spider-Man stuff. So this movie is amazing. You have to go watch it right now. You know, Green Goblin is a great first villain. Tobey Maguire is a great Spider-Man. Like, I don't even know how he did that, but... And, you know, like, you know, what else have we got? We got, you know, him struggling to be a superhero is good, but I think the second movie does that well. But we'll get to that in a second. 2003, this movie is pretty much my favorite movie of all time, and I only grow to love it more. Bruce Almighty is my favorite movie, and I'm not going to say anything because I am planning a full video on why I think this is the best movie ever made. So I'm not going to say anything. I just want you to know. Let's move on to 2004. And like I said, Spider-Man 2 is the honorable mention because how can it compare to the ending? Just the ending alone to Shrek 2 says everything about cinema. That is one of the top 5 best scenes in cinema by far, just to me. I'm sure there's more. But, like, how do you compare? Spider-Man 2 is a great movie. That is the best out of the Raimi trilogy. But, like, come on. It's Shrek 2. It takes what the first movie had and also doubles it to make it better somehow. I don't know how you do that. John Cleese is the funniest, like, he's really good in this movie. For some reason, I don't know how he's so good, but he is, and that's amazing. Yeah, Shrek needs its own video again. I did a live stream talking about it, but I didn't talk about it long enough because I wanted to play some Fortnite. Let's move on. 2005, this was not hard at all. Revenge of the Sith is the best Star Wars movie. Again, because of the ending, but it's just, like, funny. You know, it's, like, it's a perfect conclusion to this trilogy, and then it perfectly sets up the next trilogy. Like, of course, it's the best. Come on, how can you not love it? So there you go. Need to say more? I'm trying to wrap this up quick so you guys can go home. You don't have to watch this whole video. 2006 is Over the Hedge. That's your DreamWorks movie. There wasn't a lot that good that came out in 2006, I'm afraid to say. But, no, Over the Hedge. Hey, that's a good one. Cars, Happy Feet, and Monster House. Those were nominated for an Oscar. None of those deserved it. This one did. This one was funny. Everyone seemed to like it. I never really met someone that didn't like it. So, all right, coming up next is 2007. We'll do some honorable mentions real quick. We have two of them. One is Evan Almighty, a pretty good sequel kind of spinoff. I don't even know how to classify that. And then we have Spider-Man 3, which is pretty good still. But for 2007, I chose Ratatouille. I chose a Pixar movie. This is the first. No, it's not. Cars 2 is the first one I talked about. The first one on the list, I guess. So this movie is just amazing in every way, from the thrilling pace, like cooking, to just the slow moving movement. It all flows amazing. It's literally like nothing can top this, except for two movies that did, but they're not. One of them is on this list. The others I didn't put. I mean, Incredibles is Incredibles is my fourth favorite Pixar movie. So. Alright, coming up next, we have 2008 with The Dark Knight. This was really no contest. This is the second best Batman movie by far. This is definitely, I definitely see where people are coming from by saying you want to watch this movie before, you die. What is this cord plugged into? Oh, just that. I've never noticed that cord before. This is definitely one of those movies you want to watch before you kick the bucket. So, and this movie is just amazing. Christian Bale is still the best not the best Batman. Is still is like great Batman. Yeah, Heath Ledger made a great Joker. I have no idea why that was so good. I genuinely would rewatch it right now, and I might. All right, we got the last movie I'm going to talk about today, 2009, a very underwhelming year. I'm sorry, but I mean, we had honorable mention with Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs, but I chose Up. I think Up is just no. Come on, I just thought of Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs. It's definitely Cloudy with a Chance. It's definitely Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs 1. This is just funny. It's amazing. Go watch it right now. I don't want to take up any more of your time. I'm Jackman Gaming, trying to figure out what to do next with my videos. I will see you next time. Bye-bye.